Oh, it's nice having the theme song back.
When wasn't it back?
We did it a cappella last episode. Oh, 2 episodes ago, I think.
Was it two? Was it two or was it three now?
It might have been last episode.
I just edited that one.
Yeah.
Going hard, yo. Go. 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 Go.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Producer Pete. Welcome to the Going Hard podcast.
Hello.
Hey, Alan. Welcome to the Going Hard podcast.
Hey, Josh, welcome to the Going Hard podcast.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Going Hard podcast. My name is Josh DeLay. I'm the host, one of the hosts of the podcast. One of the other hosts is over here.
Yep, I am also a host. My name is Alan Wagner.
Yep, and then this
welcome
guy,
to the podcast.
and then
Yes.
this guy over here, who I have coined as the lifeblood of the podcast.
Yep.
The man, the myth.
We call him LB, Lifeblood.
We call him LB. What's up, blood? I like to go to big. Yo,
Hey,
what's
what
up,
up?
blood?
Hey, what up?
Yeah, dude. What's up, blood? Yo, what's up, blood? What's up, young blood? There's a guy at the poker. I was at the poker table.
YB? You call him YB?
Yeah, YB Wyclef Gene. No, there's this guy at the poker table the other day. It was like this, like, I don't know if he's like from Boston or something. I wasn't in Boston. I was in Minneapolis, outside of Minneapolis, whatever.
Yeah,
And this guy kept calling me Young Blood.
really.
He's like, "Hey, how you doing, Young Blood?" I was like, he was white, but he was talking. He called me Young Blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm doing pretty good, man." He's like, "You play good, Young Blood. You play good." I was
So
like,
this was
thanks.
a W word then.
No. This guy was like not at all doing the W iggering at all. Like he was, he wasn't. He was like, dude, he was like in like a sweater
Yeah.
and
he just
had
like-
like red hair, like a short red hair.
So he was like a bro then.
He was kind of like a bro.
Okay, because
A little
bros are
bit.
the only ones that other like aside from like the W word
but,
guys.
but a degenerate,
do things like
but a
that.
very degenerate bro. You know what I mean? I think his angle is like he likes to be like the nice guy at the table. Like he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh hey," he's like everyone's sitting there, he's like, "Hey Sammy, good to see ya." He's like, "Oh, Sammy's raising. You know you got to fold, right, Sammy?" And Sammy's this Asian guy who can barely talk. He's like, "Yes." And it's like this is big production, So this guy knows everybody at the casino,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of his thing. And he's like, he was sitting over there. He's like, "Hey, positivity, right, guys? You got to be positive." I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
No,
This maniac.
I don't like
But
this.
also, we were at a fucking poker table where you buy in for $300, and he had like $1,300 in front of him, which means he was up like $1,000, which
Yeah.
is like a bit of a sun run. As
So
they
he's
call
like
it.
he's kind of good then.
He was at least crushing it that
It sounds
day.
like he knows everybody at the casino, so he's probably like somewhat of not a novice
Right.
at gambling. Like he's
Right.
probably gambled a few times in his life.
Oh yeah, he's a regular there.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I heard him like talking to his daughter on the phone though.
It's like daddy will buy you a birthday present if he wins tonight,
He was
little
like-
Susan.
Right, he's like, "I'm at the tables, all right. You know what Daddy does on Saturday mornings, okay?" It's like 5 p.m. I'm like, dude, this is not.
Is that actually what happened?
Yeah, he kept on
Oh,
saying he kept on
no.
saying it was morning. It was like fucking 7 p.m. I was like, "Hey man, how long you been in here?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's that supposed to mean, young blood?" I was like, "All right, I'm just done with this conversation." He kind of
No, he thinks of you as you and collectively all the other
Oh,
people at the
sure.
casino as his family.
he felt like if he was hanging out with me, it was basically like he was with his family.
his daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's making up for lost time.
Yeah, as long as he's having some sort of paternal feeling towards something,
Yeah.
it's kind of all a wash.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He kind of reminded me of you in that way.
What do you mean?
Well, just so I know you're gonna like abandon your family and like,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna I feel like it's the responsibility of the father to find like a cool thing to do, like to neglect his family. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Maybe
Come play poker.
maybe I'll do poker.
Come play poker with
maybe
me,
I'll just
buddy.
be like, I gotta go hang out in the woodshed, and I'll just fucking like
Right. Well, you're gonna do that. You're gonna be out in the garage, just hammering beers.
just
And...
jerking off.
Do you think like our dads were jerking off in the garage growing up?
Did you ever have you ever like has anybody that you've known or yourself or like anybody that you've heard of caught their father jerking off?
I've never caught my dad jerking off.
Yeah, but it has to happen, right?
Someone must catch their dad jerking off.
Like I've never heard of anybody doing that though. catching their father jerking off.
Weird. Pete, have you seen any paternal figure in your life masturbating?
I didn't really have any.
How about do you walk out on your mom ever?
Nope.
Have you? How about
Like his brother or sister?
what's worse? What's worse, walking in on your dad or your mom?
My mom flicking her bean or my dad jerking off?
Yeah, dude. Definitely mom, right? That's worse.
I think that would definitely be worse.
That's worse. Because if it's your dad, you're like, hey, man, I do that too, dude.
Yeah, it's like I understand you.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of like more of an embarrassing thing. Like with I
Right.
don't know, with your mom, it's just like really
Scarring.
fucking. Yeah, it's very
Yeah, you're
fucking
right.
unfortunate.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, with your dad's like, hey, apple don't fall far from the tree, huh, homeboy? He's like, get out of here. It's like, come on, pound it, dude.
Do you ever get caught by your parents jacking off?
I think I was like jacking off, like just laying in bed when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And then my mom like walked in, but it's like, so she may have known, but it wasn't like I was like at the computer, like like mid orgasm. You know, I didn't like grandma's boy it. You know.
Yeah.
So I've never caught jerking off like in like the light of day. You know.
Yeah.
But like someone walked into my room while I was jerking off. Did you get caught?
No. Well, let me think. No, I never got caught. And I hope my brother never watches this fucking podcast. But I walked into my brother jerking.
Yeah,
off
I walked
one
into my
time.
older brother jerking off one time.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
Oh shit.
He also doesn't know about it.
No, my brother I think he thinks he got away with it.
Sure.
But it was very obvious. I walked into the computer room in the basement. Door closed,
So much jizz
must not have heard
so
me.
much jizz was being spilled in our computer room floor. I think about that as a kid, dude.
Dude, I walked in and he was facing the computer and I saw him close out of a tab and I'm pretty sure I saw a couple titties. And
but was he jacking off though, or was he just looking at titties?
Dude, he was definitely fucking because he didn't turn the chair around.
Oh.
He looked forward and he's like, hey, I'll I got some stuff going on in here. I'll talk to you in a bit or whatever. And I'm just like, just wanted to let you know dinner was ready. I'll talk to you in a bit, dude.
Yeah. Wow, so he was just like jerking off at like 6 p.m. or
I don't
whatever.
know what the fuck it was. I don't know
you
what was
said,
going on.
You said dinner was ready.
I know. It was one of those scenarios where I knew immediately when I walked in the door that
you could just
I was like, I just gotta fucking throw the guy a bone and get the fuck out. No, I'm not gonna.
I know you didn't fuck your brother.
So dinner wasn't ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Dinner was not.
Dinner
was not ready.
He's like, now dinner is ready.
right?
He pulls Alan's head towards Dick, jizzes in his mouth.
God damn it. Dinner was not
Scrum
ready.
diddly jizz.
Dinner is served. Jesus Christ.
Your brother came in your mouth, dude.
No.
Dude, I saw my brother jerk off, and I tried to even ask him about it. I was like,
Did he? You asked
dude,
him about it?
So it was just we were living out in the country. I don't know where everyone else was, but everyone was gone except for my older brother and me.
Uh-huh.
And granted, so I would have been 12 years old or 11 years old when this happened. So he was 14. It's like, dude, you're 14. You're just fucking.
Oh,
you're
pumping
just
him out.
jacking off
You're just
every
pumping him
second
out.
of the day.
Uh-huh.
So I was just upstairs. This was during the middle of the day. He wasn't even in a room, dude. So I was upstairs. I walked downstairs. He was just on the couch, and
Just jerking off.
and you could just see it. I just remember seeing him just fucking jacking off. It's like, what the fuck, dude? And then he's like, I wasn't jacking off. I'm like, dude. I mean, I know when I see a dick in a hand.
You brought it up.
Yeah. I haven't brought it up since, but I was like, he's just jacking off down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't even, and I might have even been so young that I wasn't quite jerking yet. Probably was jerking though.
Yeah.
Probably was jerking a little bit.
I mean, you
dabbling.
Do you remember? I don't know if this is a common thing, but were you jerking off before you could actually come?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a common thing or not.
I think it probably is more common than it should be.
I remember the first time fucking actual fucking semen came out, and it was the scariest thing.
Oh,
ever.
you were scared of it?
No, I wasn't scared. I just fucking made a mess, and I'm just like, God damn it! Now I gotta fucking deal with all this. There's a fucking. It's like, what if my mom washes the sheets? You know? It's like, this is an unfortunate scenario.
Man.
You know,
I would never talk to my mom about it, but god damn, some of the ways I would dispose of my jizz. There's just no way.
We've talked about this before. You don't fucking you didn't realize even last year when we were talking about this that you could fucking just use a tissue.
No, you don't. No.
This is what I'm talking about.
Reusables.
No, you don't fucking use reusables. You don't just fucking wash your fucking semen in the goddamn washing machine.
I come specifically.
You
I come into recyclables.
Dude, you have used our fucking washing machine while you lived here. You fucking animal.
Well, I think
there was probably a bunch of semen still.
I think when I jerked off,
I think
when I jerked off while I was living here, I think I actually used tissues.
Good.
Because yeah, I think I did.
It's a very respectable thing to do.
Because I didn't want to leave. I didn't feel like it was really like I was paying and it was like my room, but I didn't feel comfortable enough to just like leave like jizz rags around, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't do that anyways.
Yeah, if you go into my room and there's clothes on the floor, I wouldn't fuck around with that.
Do you just pick up random pieces of clothes and just jizz on them?
Yeah, whatever shirt I wore 2 days ago, it's on the floor. That's the one.
I've done white shirts before where I've jizzed on them just because it's an emergency scenario, but it is not to the point where any fucking shirt that's on my floor has been jizzed on.
I can pretty much guarantee that every shirt you see me wear has been used multiple times.
I believe you.
Yeah.
And now I'm never giving you a hug ever again.
But I've actually kind of grown though, because now no, I've grown. I've learned because I stopped using the shirts I like to wear a lot to jizz on. I use just shitty
so
shirts
you like wear shirts that like are shitty.
Yeah, but
throughout the week and then throw them on your ground and you're just like that one.
Do you want to know my?
That one there is not good enough for me to jizz on. This one over here though.
Yes.
It's good enough.
But this one's kind of I don't really like this shirt that much, so I'll jizz on it.
Yeah.
You want to know my actual I have kind of a life cycle going on though.
Okay.
So I always leave my shirt from yesterday on the floor. Mm-hmm. The shirt from the day before that goes into the hamper, right? My jeans, if they're still good to go, they stay on the floor. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
The socks, if I don't shower, I'm not changing socks. Socks stay, right? And then
the socks get jizzed on.
No, socks don't get jizzed, especially not dirty socks. No.
Why not?
That's a step too far there. And I'm also not like jizzing into the armpit. I'm just into I'm basically jizzing on my chest.
Could you put it you could put the inside of your inside?
So then
your dick inside of it.
So then I get home the next day, right? I get home the next day, right?
Yes.
And then I'll likely what I'll do is I'll use that shirt to work out, right? The day before shirt to work out. It's the next workout shirt. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if it's not used to work out, it'll probably get jizzed on. But then it goes in, you know.
There's a life cycle thing here.
Well, I like to think of
how many times do you need to jizz on a shirt before it's no longer good to wear? What do you think? 10?
So that's the odd thing. It's kind of arbitrary, you know.
What is the oldest shirt you've been jizzing on?
The one I have right now it's been a real soldier. Let's put it that way. It's served a few tours, you know.
I have shirts in my fucking my dresser that I've owned since I was 14 years old.
I have a shirt that I wear actively that I got when I was 8 years old.
That's telling. You're jizzing in that shirt.
No, I don't jizz in that one.
That one's special?
I mean, I'm sure I've jizzed on it, but it's one that I would not. That nowadays, with the new kind of clear vision I have,
that's 23 years of jizzing into a shirt potentially.
Yeah, there's a lot of jizz.
Well, not 23. You weren't coming when you were 8. So let's knock 2
actually,
years. Let's knock 2 years off.
Actually, though, that was when I had my fattest loads. When I was 8.
What?
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna ask about this.
I dropped a mega load when I was 8, dude.
That shirt has been jizzed on as much as for as many years as you've been able to drink. Wait,
a juggernaut.
I juggernauted on it. I juggernauted on an 8-year-old juggernaut.
It's been a while since the juggernaut's been around.
Nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah, I love the juggernaut.
No. So that's my reasoning. And look, I realize now, kind of, you know, the error of my ways.
Yeah, you need to fucking not do that, dude. It's not okay.
Well, I mean, it just kind of is what it is at this point. I mean, there are a few shirts I currently own that I realized that I didn't want to use as to jizz on. So there are a few that are on.
Yeah.
So
have you ever did you ever shit your bed when you were younger?
I shit my bed fucking 2 weeks ago.
When was the last time you shit your bed?
Dude, 2 or 3 weeks ago when I ate all those almonds.
And that wasn't shitting your bed. That was oil. Apparently oiling your bed.
Yeah, oil leaked out of my asshole through three layers of clothes.
I wouldn't call that shitting. It was shit. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I mean, no, it wasn't shit. You're right. It was oil.
Yeah.
It was natural essence.
When was the last time?
Secretions.
When was the last time you shit the bed?
Probably 10 or 11. But
10 or 11.
But it wasn't a fully 4. It was I had diarrhea and I didn't realize.
Yeah, of course. What was that experience like for you?
Pretty embarrassing because
did you have to ask somebody to help you?
I didn't ask anyone to help me. My mom just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's just a good person and just did.
This is a rerun.
Yeah.
We've talked about shitting the bed.
Have we?
That's why we have the producer here.
Oh,
thanks for
those
looking
who
haven't heard it, just go back.
Yeah.
Which episode?
All of them.
Every episode so far we've talked about this. How did you not remember this?
Fuck. I see. Like there actually is good. There are very good odds that I brought this up because I remember shitting my bed and it was weird.
Yeah.
You can go back and listen to earlier episodes though. There's no reason to rehash these things.
Yeah, there's no reason to do it. Oh, so you shit your bed recently or what?
No, not recently.
Oh.
No, it was a ways back. But my mom had to help me fucking clean that
Yeah,
shit
we
up.
had good moms apparently.
Yeah, I think I was like fucking 13, dude. It
Yeah.
was like right before
Hey.
high school. That was like right when I met you guys.
Hey, I might have been around 13. I don't know exactly when it was, but I remember it was like old enough to where I felt shame.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where I started using comedy as a defense mechanism.
After your mom cleaned up your
So I was like,
diarrhea
isn't this funny that I fucking just shit all over this bed, Mom? And she's like, not really. But I was like, it's like, well, I better keep honing my craft here, you know?
Yeah.
Someday it'll be funny that I did this.
She's like, oh no.
Yeah.
This is not going down a good path. No bueno.
So.
Oh, hey, should we talk about Jew Black? Yeah.
Yeah.
PD, I don't know if are you into Star Wars? So there's this. I found this out the other day. So apparently, I don't know if you know this about George Lucas, but apparently both an anti-Semite and a bigot. Because there was initially a character in Star Wars, and this should have been canon. You know what I mean? Called Jew Black. Yeah.
What's a canon?
It just means that it's like true to like the person who wrote the story. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like something like there's been a lot of spin-off
So there's,
Star
like,
Wars things
fan
that
fiction.
aren't canon. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so you know Chewbacca, obviously. So Chewbacca was basically the bastardization of a very colorful and exclusive character called Jew Blackia.
Yeah.
Is that real?
They toned it
makes
down.
sense.
Yeah. And so they literally Jew Blackia was Mr. T played him, and he was gonna play Jew Blackia.
Yeah, gold chains and all. You know?
So they're
Mohawk.
Yeah, and then
A-team.
And then apparently, so he was literally cut into. It was like basically the last cut of episode 4, A New Hope, and George Lucas apparently walks in, and he's like, "What the fuck is this Jew shit?" And they're like, "Well, he's not just Jewish; he's also black." He's like, "Black," and they're like, "Well," he's like, "We already have one black Jew in Star Wars, fucking Lando Calrissian." Apparently, Lando's not just the only black guy in all of the galaxy. He's also the only Jew. He thought
He was really fucking like trying to get rid of him as well, Lando.
Yeah, well, apparently that was already a big sticking point. Where
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, where it's like,
Well,
look,
we gotta have at least Lando in here.
he's like, we already have fucking token.
Yeah, we can't just have this furry creature that's also black and Jewish.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was basically a big problem.
Yeah.
So if anyone, like, for example, like if you have anyone in your life who's a big Star Wars buff, I would recommend going to him and being like, well, you know, the whole Jew Blackia thing, and they're like, what? Be like, yeah, well, you know, like how Jew Black is supposed to be canon. Say canon, because that's gonna pique their interest.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like,
when you start talking canon.
yeah, when you start saying canon, it's like, well, you know, Chewbacca isn't technically canon. They're like, what do you mean Chewbacca's not canon? It's like, well, Jew Blackia is actually canon. And they're like, what was that? Like, well, that was the second black Jew in Star Wars.
Yeah, next to Lando.
And they're like, wait, you mean Lando? It's like, no, Lando's he's the only one, but there was actually.
But it turns out they were trying to get rid of him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I mean, well, that was the big thing because basically George was like, all white people.
Yep.
Obviously, everyone's like, well, why?
We gotta have at least one.
They're like, well, we'll have that one like fish guy who's obviously Asian, but you know that guy's like, you know, we'll give him, you know, the one fake Asian guy who like was some like fish-like creature that was given no explanation.
Mm-hmm.
So to him that was okay, but everyone else they're like, we should have at least one black guy, and then someone's like, well, yeah, but you know how Hollywood is, but make him Jewish too. So, this is all. By the way, this discourse,
It's documented.
it's not only is it canon, but it's also documented.
Yeah.
This is in the archives, the Star Wars archives.
So Jew Blackia,
Yeah.
played by Mr. T.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably some lost footage out there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's canon though.
Yeah.
You can do that good.
Kind of.
Alright.
What would Jew Black you do though?
Oh, now we're entering danger territory. Yeah, we should probably not.
Honky. I can't do it. I sound retarded.
So how much more of this Jew Blackie content can we string out here?
Well, we have to do. You have to do an impression of Jew Black. Yeah.
I can't make that noise. I can't even roll my tongue.
Jew Black. Maybe Jew Black instead of Jew Black. Yeah.
Hey Han Solo, can I get some everything bagels over here? I'm from New York or whatever. You know.
There we go.
Yeah, that was good.
That was almost just Jew though. Where's the black part?
Oh well, I mean I assume they probably they all sound similar.
Oh, black Jews and white Jews?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there are black Jews.
Well, I mean, like, what? Have you met a black Jew?
I've not met a normal Jew.
Are you sure? All right.
We gotta pivot.
We gotta move along
yeah,
here.
well, that was no good.
God damn it. Hey, so this is actually something funny.
Fucking better be.
Yeah, I think you'll like this especially.
Well, it fucking better be. I fucking better.
So there's this Halloween like haunted house, like sort of like festival thing that happens over in like the Chaska Carver area
In Minneapolis, the Minneapolis suburbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's basically like a hub of like so there's like 5 or 6 haunted houses that like you go into like one at a time, like you just go into all of them.
Yeah.
So you're there, and then in the middle they have like food and fucking beer and stuff, and you just hang out, and like that's just the whole place. It's like a big place. It's like a big event during Halloween though, and like tons of people like from the cities go there. So like it's kind of a well-known thing. Apparently, the owner of this place, and this is probably old news for anybody that lives over here, but I just found out about it, and I thought it was really fucking funny. Apparently, the owner posted a bunch of signs all over the place, and also on like social media, that they have a strict no Somali rule.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like literally like posted signs saying like we have a very strict policy against any Somalis, and we really hope that you guys can make sure that this is can respect this and make sure this is a thing that continues. And then like the county like came in and basically shut them down for a couple days because that's obviously not legal to do. And it got reported pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, let's do this then. Okay, so we're gonna. I got a great idea. Actually, I now know how Jew Blacka can become a. Okay. So oftentimes, like pretty much the only time that Chewbacca, which isn't canon, I'd like to once again make that very clear.
Yep.
Chewbacca is not Star Wars canon.
Yep.
But the only time he really like vocalizes a lot is like when he's like under distress or he's like upset.
Oh, so Chewbacca was gonna be the Jew Blackia was gonna be the one.
Yeah.
That,
so
threw the flag up about the whole Screamtown thing.
No, here's what's gonna happen. Okay, you're gonna be so I'm Jew Blacka.
Oh goddamn, are we doing a fucking skit?
I mean, loosely, but I mean, yeah, I'm Jew Blacka.
This has been too long.
And you okay? Now you just now you're gonna talk to Jew Blacka. You're gonna explain to him what's going on in the Chaska area.
All right. Okay. Hey, Jew Black, yeah. How you doing today? Yeah, good. That's great. Glad to hear it. So there's been some pretty troubling news from the suburbs. I know you've lived in the Minneapolis St. Paul area for quite a while, and you from my understanding, in your younger years, you worked and scared people at Screamtown. Right? Yeah, for a couple years. Okay. Yeah. No, I imagine that was probably a pretty good deal for you. It was since like the hair and the large stature, and might. Anyways, I'll move on. So they apparently hate Somalis. Yeah, I'm just as upset as you are, Jew Black. It's very unsettling. Jew Black, yeah.
Okay, now tell Jew Black about the Holocaust.
All right, Jew Black, yeah. I know I just got done telling you about Screamtown, and I know you're pretty upset about that, but I also realized that you're maybe too young to know about the Second World War and some of the atrocities that happened. Are they teaching you about World War II in school? Jew Black, yeah. Young Jew Black, yeah. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your people didn't fare too well during that time period. They killed a lot of you. 6 million to be exact. This might be the worst episode of Going Hard podcast today. Oh no!
Yeah, Jew Black.
Yeah, Jew Black. Yeah. Good God.
I mean, if you tell Jew Black about the Holocaust,
the atrocities on his fucking people, you know.
Yeah. What do you expecting him to lie down and take it?
So Jew Blackia is also Somali from my
No, but
Okay.
they're all from the same continent.
What?
Yeah, he's African.
Can I ask a question that's gonna sound really dumb?
I
Is
guess.
Somalia in Africa?
Of course.
I don't know. There's islands like Haiti is an island.
Well, I mean, maybe it's an island. I guess. I don't know. I think.
Ethiopia.
I'm pretty sure Somalia is a country though in Africa.
Well, I know it's a country.
No, but
it's
I think it's mainland.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Yeah,
It's on the what would be their East Coast,
the East Coast.
There it is.
All right. Oh, so it's
south of Egypt and shit.
Now here's a guy.
Okay.
Now here's a guy who knows a little thing about.
So they got like a.
Africa.
Do they have like a East Coast? Do they have like an African East Coast version of like Biggie Smalls, like a notorious?
You'd have to ask.
Like notorious S. What's their? I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been good so far. Just keep going.
I mean, so far,
You shouldn't encourage this.
so far, this is the best episode.
Yeah.
So far.
Welcome to the best episode of the Going Hard podcast.
But this whole Jew
everybody.
Blackie thing, this is going to be a recurring. So for now, every time anything gets brought up against the the fine Jewish folks or the fine black folk in America, we're gonna have a bit of a Jew Blackie interjection.
Yeah.
You know.
So what do you think about what do you think about like these suburban guys not allowing Somalians into their
Look,
haunted
I mean
house?
that's insane. Like, here's the deal. I know that like people like feel this way. Like that. Like I'm not surprised by this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, well, especially like out in the suburbs, like at the deep suburbs, you know. This place is like in the middle of nowhere. It's literally in the country.
I'm not surprised by the fact that someone like wouldn't want a certain type of people at their place. Just out of prejudice, right? Like
Yeah. Of course.
Like,
I mean, of course.
that doesn't
Like,
surprise me.
the-
What surprises me is that they would have the audacity to be like, "Hey guys, look, like if you would just respect our no Somali
Yeah.
policy."
Can we look this up? Actually, I want to like actually get the note. Look up Screamtown, Minnesota, Somali.
So wait, so is he not allowed to even have Screamtown anymore, or is it just Somalis get to go there now?
They do now. He's like they covered their ass afterwards.
How did he cover
Well,
it?
it's just as funny. Hold on a sec. Go to news.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, okay, yeah.
Zero tolerance. Oh, this is from 2018.
So not too long ago though. This was like just
Okay,
pre-COVID.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's probably old news for a lot of people. But
Obviously, if anyone was offended, we certainly want to apologize, and I'm sure people were because it wasn't well written. So wait, what is the note?
so we got to go down a little bit, probably to find it. I would assume.
Okay, all right.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Nope, not that one. That was the apology note.
Doesn't look like you have images, and I'm not trying to.
Oh, now it's loading in. Before you leave, check this out. No, that's what it says up top there. Before you leave, check this out. It says. Hold on.
Your fucking laptop sucks, dude.
What do you mean? I don't think this is a laptop thing. Housing justice now. I think this is a different story here.
Is that Mia Khalifa?
Yeah. So I think. Let's see here.
Yeah, maybe these guys will actually put the goddamn.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Scroll up a little bit so we can read it. There's a thing block. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The following sign has been added to the ticket booth. In addition, other signs are being added to encourage guests to call in and report any guest issues while waiting in line. Note that we are having a zero tolerance policy with Somalis. Good God. And then in parentheses, other guests, you make your best judgment. Well, I don't even know what that means.
No, I know. It's a wild thing to it's a wild thing to write and just throw out into the world, I feel like.
I mean, look, on one hand, I'm just kidding. That's some wild shit, dude.
Yeah. So people are cool out there in the world, you know?
Do you enjoy haunted places like this?
So Carly does, or Susan for the listeners.
You like going to these fucking fake haunted house things and goddamn.
It was all right. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where you kind of just walk through and it's like it's just funny to like see like how, you know, the actors are like kind of doing their thing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
One thing that always gets me about haunted houses is that like you could easily just get murdered in there.
Like they could actually murder you.
Well, we have in Leonard. I've talked about this like at ends, but like Leonard, North Dakota has like a corn maze like haunted house thing, and literally part of the trip, like you just walk out in this corn maze and then just like walk back like into like the haunted house area.
Yeah.
But at that point, literally somebody could just like fucking walk through the fucking field and just like intersect with this fucking haunted house scenario.
Right.
And just like have a fucking machete and just like murder you and just like be dressed up like a spooky dude, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what's stopping somebody from doing that at any haunted house?
I've definitely considered that. Like,
you would get away with it because they would see a dead body on the ground and just be like, "That's pretty convincing." It's pretty convincing.
There
and they
must
would just walk right by it.
There must be some like B horror movie of some kind.
Of course,
that has done this. Right?
No, there are actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was thinking of that like even when we were going through that shit. It was a poorly written memo, to say the least. Certainly came off wrong. Apologize if we offended what seems to be a targeted group of folks. This memo was regarding a small number of people. There's no fucking like coming back from what they wrote at that point. They're just like. It's like, yeah, this whole Somali thing just isn't gonna fly here. All right,
man, that's yeah.
We need your cooperation to make sure that we keep these guys out.
That's pretty good.
Jesus Christ,
it's pretty good stuff, man. I mean, that guy. You know, I mean, look, he has a strict Somali poly. So you know, what are you gonna?
Did you say a strict Somali poly?
He has a Somalicy. Good God, man! What's hilarious is when
what
people.
What does that say?
When people think that's a good idea. Like I said,
construction worker killed in what? Collision. Okay, that's not that entertaining. Okay,
yeah.
You're the one doing it.
I don't know. I just saw words and got curious.
Saw words, liked words, enjoyed words.
Yep.
Who doesn't like words, huh? Words. What do I have to fucking talk about, man? I don't know, man. Do you have anything fucking enjoyable going on?
Well, I mean, like I just talked about the whole fucking Somali.
I do like when you bring up racist stuff.
I don't know. I've been preparing to kick your ass at this fucking marathon,
That's
dude.
That's good. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I mean, I'm gonna lose immediately.
Good luck with that. Good luck with losing. Good luck with everything, man.
Yeah. You know what I've kind of been noticing as I've been running around though?
What's this?
It's like I don't enjoy running by other runners.
Oh yeah, it's kind of
fucking
it's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable.
Do you look at them and do you say hi?
No.
Or do you just like keep
well,
your head down? This
No.
one dude was very friendly. He said, "Hello, young man. Good morning." Not in those words, but as he was passing me, he said something akin to that. And
Yeah.
I was like, "No,
You're
I don't
running.
like this."
You're running during the day, huh?
Yeah, right around noon.
Yeah. So you're dealing with like daytime, you know, maybe like even
Yeah.
morning runners. Those people are gonna be a little more chipper.
Yeah,
Like I'm running with other people who are like getting off work. It's like, God damn, we just fucking ground out a 9-hour day or whatever. And now we're gonna go fucking
Well,
run for an hour.
with
you know,
with your neighborhood, you never know who you're running with. You could be running with somebody who's running away from something for different purposes.
it's very true. It's
Yeah.
very true.
Cash money, dude.
exactly.
You could take that. You could take
That's
that to
racist,
the bank.
dude.
You
That's
could take that to
racist
the bank
fuck-
and cash it.
That's racist, dude.
Good God,
That's racist.
it's not racist. It's demographically correct in the neighborhood.
Oh my god. I never thought I'd have to deep bleep the word demographic, but I think
Why? He could be white or fucking or black or fucking Hispanic or
here's
Asian or
my
anybody.
point.
It could be any demographic. Doesn't mean
so,
anything.
So
about
I've been
race.
running. So remember, I had mentioned this a couple episodes ago about the old river walk there. You know,
Uh-huh.
so I've been running there more.
The Riverwalk. Yes,
And
you check out the hot babes. You said.
Yes, and there's a lot of people who run there, and no one acknowledges each other because it's like a lot of people are doing it. Like if you acknowledge every runner, you would not be running anymore. You'd just
Yeah.
be like meeting people.
Well, exactly. That would be too much, and
Yeah.
people would be very weirded out if you acknowledge them on that trail specifically because
Well,
there's too many
especially-
people.
Well, and especially me because like they're all like dressed, like they're all wearing like these like these
That's-
professional like running attire.
That's another thing.
They're all wearing like Mill City running
what
t-shirts.
What are
and
you
shit.
running? Do you run in your wife beater?
Think about how I dress normally, right?
Yeah.
Scale that down a little bit, and that's what I run in. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
yeah, it's the same quality materials.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's shirts. First of all, I have all these shirts that are fucking giant on me now because I lost all this weight.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wear like these giant shirts and these shorts I've had for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
The sweatshirt I wear has a hole in it from your cat.
Yeah. So you're showing off your skin a little bit.
It's a very small hole.
All right.
But yeah, that's unfortunately what I run in, and so yeah, I don't really fit in well where I run, truthfully. Though I will say though, it's really nice running. What's going on here?
He just searched for.
Oh, you guys
adult
can still
Happy Meals.
continue. I'm just looking up.
I know, but
topic.
Alan gets like distracted, like he's a goddamn moth.
No, I was paying attention. I'm sorry.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It wasn't anything entertaining.
No. It kind of is though. Like, okay, so like number one, I hate the fucking people that like run past me because like
Sure.
like I feel like they think that there's some sort of like kindred spirit thing happening.
Right.
And I don't want to be a part of it.
Well, by the way,
But-
around here,
Yeah.
you know,
It's fewer and far between. I see like probably 3
there are
every
some,
time I go out and
there
run.
are some fucking unhealthy people living around here.
Around here.
This is not a vibrant.
Well, the ones
healthy
that
community.
are running are usually pretty.
Of course, but that's why they're like, oh wow, another person that cares about their health.
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something I have
I
in
mean,
common.
they'd be wrong, but I mean,
they're wrong, but they don't know that.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so like those people, I'm just like, I don't want to like just stop talking to me, please. The other side of things though is you walk by people that or you run by people that are walking,
Yeah.
and then I start really getting in my head. It's one of those scenarios where like if you go to like a supermarket, right, and like you don't buy anything and you walk out and you just assume that people are looking at you fucking like you stole something. Like you've had that feeling before, right?
I mean, not to be racist, but I'm white, so
Shut the
I don't
fuck
really
up.
ever think that anyone thinks I'm stealing.
Yeah, but you know, like, okay, but that happens. Okay, well, we can get into that later.
But am I right though?
there's-
Like as a white, like people don't just like randomly search white people.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
but it's one of those things where like you probably like they're probably not like nobody's probably thinking that about you. Like the workers don't give a shit.
no, they don't care.
None of the customers give a shit.
Right.
Like it's all just like you in your head as you're walking out, just being like, oh, I gotta act non-conspicuous as I walk out of this place because I
Right.
didn't buy anything, and I don't want people to think that I stole
Yes.
something. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's one of those scenarios.
So you're worried that
where-
someone thinks you're gonna like mug them. You're coming from behind to like
no.
mug them,
Well,
kidnap
I mean
them.
that could be a whole other thing that maybe you introduced in my brain just now, but we'll deal with that later.
Happy
I guess
to help.
also. But no, like it's more or less like you run by people and like you just assume that they think like because they're walking that like you think that like you're better than them or something. One of those scenarios.
Oh, that's what you think?
A little bit, because it's just like this person like they like kind of give you the side eye a little bit because it's mostly because I think they don't want to make eye contact with you just because like it's a normal thing to not do, but also like. I just want to be like, hey, like I'm just like trying to beat my friend.
You really think about all this stuff?
Yeah. My brain's fucking diseased. I have a diseased brain.
Because I get like the social anxiety and I get that kind of thing. Like I get like I understand it, but like when I'm running, I don't really have it.
Oh yeah, when I'm running by those people, I'm just like, I bet they fucking like are thinking that I'm like fucking trying to be like a fucking like show like a fucking weirdo or like a show off.
I have thought because I do run in North Minneapolis, like I run on like up North Penn and stuff, and like it's not super rough, but like I definitely think like when someone's walking and like I'm like come running behind, I'm like they might think I'm just gonna grab their fucking purse, like
well see that thing too.
But it's on a sidewalk. I've definitely thought that. But I don't think that they're like, wow, look at this fucking professional athlete over here.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like I bet this person feels good about themselves.
Sure.
One of those fucking just like snide comments that you would think in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm just fucking walking to the liquor store to get some fucking booze for myself right now. This guy's running.
Yeah, well,
which I've been in that position.
I was gonna say
I've literally walked by people that are running, and I think that same.
I'm
thing.
like, well, this fag. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I do that all the time.
So that's where it stems from because I think my brain automatically goes to that.
You think it's gonna be like some karma?
Yeah.
I almost got caught stealing from the grocery store the other day. Speaking of being white.
Wait, did you actually steal something?
Well, it's not.
You steal like avocados and stuff.
I don't steal them.
You pay less for them than other people do.
I pay the Roma. I pay the Roma tomato price. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I go like at my lunch break at work. I go grocery shopping on my lunch break a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just grab stuff for lunch for the week.
Yeah.
So one thing I do for sure is I enjoy a Honey Crisp apple.
You like Honey Crisp?
Oh fuck yeah, dude. That's delicious, especially
they're
cold Honey Crisp apple is like it's like drinking fresh apple juice.
I get weirded out by the yellowness of Honey Crisp.
Okay, I got you. So sometimes they're yellow, sometimes they're red. It just depends.
It's mostly yellow usually, and that isn't a color that makes.
You mean like the meat? Like the meat of it is yellow, or like the yellow like
no,
the
like
outside?
the outside of it. They're most of the time they're like mostly like yellow.
They have a little yellow to them. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's like that color doesn't necessarily like spark.
It's
like,
not an appetizing color to you.
Yeah, I want like I don't want red delicious, but like Pink Ladies good. Gala apples are fucking
a little
good.
mealy. I don't like a mealy apple. I like a nice crisp apple.
Oh, hence the Honey Crisp.
Yes, exactly. I love that that texture. You can't beat that texture. You simply can't beat it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm not paying the Honey Crisp price. You know what I mean?
What about Granny Smiths? Do you like green?
Yes, but those are so mealy.
I like that.
If you could get a fucking green apple with that sour flavor, but also had the crispness of some of the other varieties, that would be a great apple.
All right.
But the Granny Smith's got the tough exterior and the mealy. It's really.
I like that bite. I like the sound of it just popping in your mouth.
Well, dude, the Honey Crisp it's the best sound ever. It sounds like you're biting into a goddamn green pepper. All right. I promise you, it's great. But yes, the Granny Smith flavor is fantastic. Okay, I mean, no one's here to deny that. The problem is the exterior is fucking thick and weird and just
All right.
Those Honey Crisp.
Go on though.
They're genetically modified to be perfect. All right.
Sure.
And they just are.
Yeah.
So I was buying these Honey Crisp apples, but I don't ring them up as Honey Crisp apples.
Of course you don't.
Yeah.
You ring them up as Roma tomatoes.
No, this time. Well, here's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Usually I do something like that, but lately. Not that I've ever been caught, and I don't think I ever will be caught. It's much like drinking and driving. Like, no one's going to ever catch me.
God damn it.
But I should still, perhaps, keep my wits about me. The more you do crime, the smarter you get about it. You know what I mean?
Is that how that works?
I'm a seasoned criminal at this point. So, I don't ring these things up anymore as completely, what would you say, I guess, non-adjacent items.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, now I'm ringing up, like if I get some avocados, I might.
By the way, it's brilliant.
It's
really a brilliant move.
Yes.
I didn't even think of it until you brought it up to me probably a year ago.
Here's
it's still like I haven't done it yet. Even
yes. Well, I've been doing it a lot.
Avocados are expensive.
I have saved hundreds of dollars. There's no question about it on bread and avocados, all sorts of shit. So anyway, So I rang these up. Now I saw that the only other apple in the system was a Gala apple, right?
Okay.
The only one that you could ring up individually.
Yeah.
Everything else was by the pack. So I was like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. Click it. I put the correct quantity. Put it in the bag.
Yeah.
This fucking retard, right? So here's the problem. Okay, so if you go to a Target, like especially during the day when there's no one in there, and you see someone working the self checkout who's like clearly like retarded and like clearly maybe actually like loves Target, be very careful about stealing because they're keeping an eye. She comes over, it's like, oh, how many apples you got? I just put it in there. I was ringing up one more thing, and I was not gonna lie, I was flustered, man.
Oh, I believe it.
I was like, whoa, am I finally gonna get caught? Like I thought, dude.
If you got fucking like,
I thought I was fucking untouchable, dude. Like I was like literally not a thought, not even. Like, I've done it so much now that I don't even like. It's whatever to me. It's like breathing. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna steal. This is what I do. You know, like it's not a thing that I like am on guard for. I'm not prepared to be approached or confronted about my theft because this is what I do.
It's like. I used to be the same way where like, you know, I was, you know, always just like I can just kind of do whatever the fuck I want, you know.
Of course.
Sort of thing when you were really young, you just fucking get away with things and that's just kind of your mentality at that point.
Well, I'm not young.
That's what I mean, but like I'm just saying like I had that experience where like you actually get confronted for doing something that you've been doing for a long time.
Oh, sure. And it's shocking.
And it's like I don't know how to respond to this.
I wasn't ready.
Anyway, like cuz it's just been happening for like fucking the whole liquor store thing, like when I had my fake ID.
Yes.
Like the first time I actually got fucking like confronted like hard for like fucking going in there and buying booze and shit. That was a real fucking experience. It's like I don't know what to tell you here, man. Like it's like you caught me. I'm out of here. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's
so how did this end then?
Well, it ended just fine. But
what? No, but explain.
So she's like, "How many apples you got there?" Like she's like quizzing me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 5.
Okay.
And now I'm like, my brain's starting to work. I'm like, oh fuck, what's gonna be the way to get out of this in case?
Yeah.
But my apples are already in my bag, right?
Yeah.
You know, she's not like rifling through my bag, which would be insane.
Yep.
But at the time, I didn't even think that was insane. I'm like, well, fuck, she's gonna fin though. She's like, oh, what kind of apples? And I was like, Gala. I said Gala because I don't know how to fucking talk. And she's like, Gala? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And then she like looks at the screen and saw that I rang up 5 Gala apples. She's like, okay, you know, we got other types of apples. You know, could be real confusing, and just like said it like that. But like, that's not what she was getting at. She was getting at like, hey, people are coming in here and fuck, maybe even me. Maybe they even know I do it. Who knows, man?
There's like, we see.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a serial apple fucking.
And then I was like, okay. And then be like, we're both just looking at the screen, and she's like, okay, well, you know, lots of different types of apples out there, and then just like walked away, and I was like, But at first, I was like, is she gonna like, look in? But I was like, I remember, dude, I'm fucking white. Like she's like, you know, like what's she gonna really do? You know, like.
God damn.
I'm not saying it's right. It's not right. But that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to get harassed to that same level as like somebody who gets actually profiled for no good reason, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But like, so in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm caught. But then I realized like she's not going to start digging through my like. If they were still,
well, even if she did, just be like, she would probably just be like, these are Honeycrisp actually, and just be like, oh, I thought they were Gala.
Yeah, well, right, obviously.
Or is it Gala?
I think she said Gala. Wait,
which one is the dumb? Which one is the dumb thing?
One of them was dumb for sure. I think they're
Gala sounds right.
I think they're Gala.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was that. It's hilarious though. My heart was like pounding. I'm like, oh fuck! I finally got caught.
Do they have the little sound thing with? Do they have like a sound button?
You don't have to do that. You can just look up the.
Oh, I bet they do. Actually, if you click on Wikipedia, I guarantee they.
I know.
Have
I'll
the
figure it out.
thing.
You guys can keep talking while I figure it out.
I know. I like talking with you about the sound thing.
Oh my god. Anyway, so then I was like, "Are you satisfied?" And she's like, "Yeah, I am. Have a good day." I'm like, "No. Do you feel like justice was served here today?" And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Was justice served?" And she's like, "Have a good day, sir." I'm like, "No. Was justice served?" I was like, "Let me talk to your manager."
That'd be so fucking.
I was
tight.
like, that'd
be such a cool move.
I was like, this invalid gave me an Apple quiz.
Hey, check the goddamn cameras.
Like, have you seen? You see what color skin I have, sir? Why am I being harassed? These apples are my birthright. So anyway, it got crazy towards the end there, but
yeah,
the whole thing wasn't really that crazy. But now I'm starting to think maybe I gotta keep my head on a swivel a little bit more. I got to maybe be a little savvier about how I thieve.
Yeah,
because I think maybe these places are like, okay, we're really getting ripped off at these self checkouts.
Yeah, the self checkout thing is it's a real experience.
Awesome. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to America. I love it. I've saved hundreds of dollars, if not 1,000 at this point, and I plan to continue doing that.
Yeah. You need to go to a different Target. It sounds like though.
Well,
for your produce. I think they're watching you.
No.
Yeah.
If that lady's, I will gladly confront her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Be like, who the fuck do you think you are? Exactly. You know what I mean? Who do you think you are? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think?
Should we take a pretend break or what? Quick pretend break.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we'll be back after this. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Don Julio Tequila Reposado. It's a very refreshing beverage. Here's the deal. There are people in this world, like my co-host over here, who just went to the restroom, who doesn't really mind drinking terrible liquor like brandies and, just whatever else god-awful he puts in there, He does like brandy and honey. And he's drinking that now, I think, and it's fucking disgusting. But if you're not a complete piece of trash and you understand the value of a valuable beverage, you'll turn to Don Julio Reposado. It's literally just put it in a glass, put a couple ice cubes in there, and sip on it like any other fine liquor, and you're sure to have a good time. Additionally, it'll get your dick hard. Don Julio Reposado. Have yourself one hell of a night. And now time for the second half of the podcast. It's the Going Hard Podcast. Producer Pete, Alan, and John. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody.
Second advertising the podcast.
No.
It's brought to you by...
Well, we just have one today.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's okay, though. I appreciate you attempting to try.
I fucking peed so much upstairs.
You were quick.
I was, but I peed a lot. Like I pressed, I pressed really hard.
Wait, you
pushed? No, like
Oh,
not
you
on my
pushed.
penis.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, let's like
Press. I was gonna say I've never heard
press. Yeah, you're
of. It
right.
sounds like you were like blocking your piss from coming out or something.
Yeah, no, I pushed really hard, is what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes more sense
It's like a
than pressing.
fire hose scenario.
It was a pressing issue. Hey, producer Pete, how was your break there, big dog?
Pretty good.
All right, happy to hear it. And yours, we heard about that.
I peed, yeah.
You pressed your piss.
I pressed my piss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. A piss press.
And yours?
My break?
Yeah, man. How was it?
I thought you'd never ask. It was very good, very fulfilling. I had a couple sips off the Don Julio Reposado, and it was quite good.
Can I ask a question? Is it actually pronounced reposado, or are you just being just the normal Josh sort of guy about it?
Why would I mispronounce it?
No reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how you say it.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
If you want to speak like an ignorant American, you could say reposado.
Well, yeah. I just that's all I've ever heard, and then I just hear the one person that I know likes likes to say things along those lines. Just being like, hey, reposado,
reposado.
It just draws question marks and kind of my mind a little bit, and I figure I should maybe ask questions about it.
Do you ever take like an 8th grade Spanish class?
No.
You
I did, but I didn't learn anything.
Okay.
I learned that gato is cat and roja means red.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're right about those two things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the E sound is eh.
Yeah.
Re pasado.
Re.
No. Not eh. Like
Eh.
eh.
A.
Eh.
A E I O U. Right. That's how the phonetically their vowels.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
So you know this.
I don't want to give away that how much I know. Prefer not to.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know it.
All right.
So there, you nailed it.
All right.
A E I O U. Eh. Re pasado.
You're probably right.
Ah. A is ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Ra pasado.
Well, no, it's R-E.
Yeah, rapasardo.
Now, if we're speaking as Americans, then it was R-A-P. That'd be reposado, yes.
Yeah,
But since it's an E and we're speaking Spanish, it's reposado.
yeah.
Got it?
It's rapasado.
It's not definitely not raposado. I tell you that. I like my pasado cooked. Thank you very much.
A-E-I-O-U. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Anyways.
Yeah. So on a scale, do you think it's our worst podcast ever?
Yeah. It tracks. So far, it tracks. Yeah. We did the recap last episode. I think we can also recap this one.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that while I make sure that the music is going to be ready to go.
Of course, yeah. So I believe we came in and we talked about Jew Blackia. That was kind of the opener, I believe.
It was.
And then we talked about catching. This might have been beforehand even. We talked about catching our father figures jerking off.
Yeah.
And then other people jerking off in
Yeah.
our lives. That was the
Yeah.
whole thing.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
I talked about myself jerking off.
Yeah, we did.
That was maybe 10 minutes or
A little
so.
bit, yeah. Your clothing choice for
Yeah.
jerking off.
Yeah.
Talked about running and stuff.
It's almost like the Lion
the
King.
Screamtown, the Somalis.
Yeah, the
stuff.
Somali Screamtown, the Somalicy.
Yeah, yeah. Rounded off all of the edges with whatever we just talked about.
My body-
I already forgot. I don't want to.
My body is kind of like the Lion King because it's like everything you see has been covered in cum.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, that's not really the Lion King. But hey, Producer P, would you like to say goodbye to the good folks?
Later.
Okay, cool. Also, my son Ulysses died. So in case we use that, song.
Well, are we using the Jew Blackia or the Ulysses?
We're gonna play them both, and
Why not? Let's do it.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, actually, never mind. Producer Pete, what
I'm not involved. I just never mind.
do you want? Do you want the Ulysses dance number, or do you want the Jew Blackia song?
Let's go with both.
All right. Let's do both of them.
Let's play them both at the same time.
Don't play both. That's a bad idea. It's not going to sound good at all.
Okay. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You're so good. Everyone likes you. You're the best. I've never seen such a good audience.
I hope you all die.
Enjoy. First and foremost, my
Bye. Goodbye, everybody.
an irrelevant song about my son dying. Goodbye. Not everything is fun and games out on the dance floor, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the worst days of my life started on a flat piece of surface. In this case, it was ice. I left all my memories in the bottom of Pickerel Lake. I can't retrieve them because they're drowned just like my son. Little Ulysses died yesterday and I haven't got over it. I wish I could retrieve my phone from the bottom and relive him. That's right. I know everyone's on Molly and you're all touching and feeling, but you can't touch a memory. You can't make love to lost memories. My phone got lost at the bottom of Pickerel Lake. It's drowned there like my son Ulysses died yesterday. The cops said it was neglect, but I must deny that. I was raising a strong soldier, not some kind of pussy. Anyway, You see how even when you're in the club, you can be a little bit sad, right? Your son's dead, all your memories at the bottom of a fucking lake. Really puts things in perspective, doesn't it, guys? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the song.